Alright, well, welcome back, gang. It's in the morning. I had to wait for that storm to noisy ass storm to pass, but we're gonna make our way on up the mountain now. So, you ready to go, Lydia? Alright, let's get to it.
Is it absolutely necessary for you to bother me right now?
Shut up.
I think you should continue with your performances.
Oh man. Some of the comments you get. Ah, what a lovely day. Much quieter than before.
I do the chores. What else would you have me do?
I know your sights are set beyond this town, but for now, while you're under our roof, I need you to pitch in a little more.
Yes, Mother.
I think there's a quest there, and there kind of is and isn't. Anyway. God, man, Skyrim Special Edition is so much nicer looking than original. Of course, it helps having a better computer. Let's see what... read Edge Tablet. Emblem 1. Before the birth of men, the dragons ruled all Mundus. Their word was the voice, and they spoke only for true needs. For the voice could blot out the sky and flood the land. What do I have any spells at? I also want to see what I got left for soul gems, if any, because I filled a bunch of them before. I got one petty left. Nope. You missed me. Well, this is looking like it's going to be quite the trek. Yeah, you know what? I just remembered something. When we were up in Dragon's Reach and I was looking for Farengar, I went to that back room and I read that book, Ethereum Wars. That kicks off a quest called, I think it's called Lost to the Ages. Hey.
Keep an eye out for wolves if you're headed up the path to High Hrothgar.
Okay. What are you doing?
I like to spend time up here. Walk the steps. Meditate on the emblems. Doesn't hurt when I bag some game along the way.
Okay. Do you visit the Greybeards?
They're not the sort to take visitors. But I never go that high up the path anyway. Some folk who make the trip leave them food or other essentials, but not to make conversation.
Okay. Did you hear the Greybeards called Dovahkiin?
I did. Strange days when the monks will do that. I wonder what it means.
So do I. Okay. Take care, friend.
Good day.
Another emblem. Emblem 2. Men were born and spread over the face of Mundus. The dragons presided over the crawling masses. Men were weak then and had no voice. Sorry, Lydia.
That takes care of that.
Dang, man. Oh, you okay? Sorry about that. Jeez, look at this thing. Get off the mountain. Okay. I gotta give it one more shot. Bye bye, kitty. That was worth the wait, wasn't it? Well, she's not impressed. Yeah, so Ethereum Wars, I believe. Let me just take a look real quick and see if that's it. The first quest in that one is here. Investigate the ruins of Argandams or whatever. But I think when you do that, it starts that quest, Ethereum Wars. Well, I think the quest is called Lost to the Ages. It's a really good quest. As you scouring. Oh, we've got company. I say that a lot, company. But it's got you running all over Skyrim. Yeah, I don't want to say too much about it, and just in case there's some watching who haven't experienced it yet. But it's a really great quest. It's not related to any faction quest line. It's just a miscellaneous one. There's a lot of good miscellaneous quests in here in Skyrim, and in some ways, I think the miscellaneous quests are better than the faction quests, because I keep finding myself saying, "Well, I'd rather go do this than that." Well, what happened to Lydia? Lydia. Oh, she's stuck on the stairs. Come on, warp past it. There you go. Usually when they get stuck on terrain like that, they'll warp past it. Got another emblem up here. Wonder how many more wolves we're gonna encounter. Emblem 3. The fledgling spirits of men were strong in old times, unafraid to war with dragons and their voices, but the dragons only shouted them down and broke their hearts. Magnificent snowberries. Uh-oh, something's up there. Ice wraith. Oh, these things are nasty. Oh, wrong one. those things are tough. You okay? Alright. Let's move on. Yeah, I was talking about the ingredients before and William Strife's guides. His Let's Play, I said, is really well done. His editing skills are amazing. I mean, there's so much time and effort put into it, and I never really appreciated it that much until I started editing my own, and I was like, my gosh, it takes me so long, and I'm not doing nearly as much work with it. Now, what are we going to encounter next? Ooh. Another person. Hello.
Need something?
Who are you?
Just a pilgrim. I'd prefer to leave it at that, if you don't mind.
I think I hear a dragon. What are you doing?
Walking the steps, meditating on the emblems. I make this trip every few years.
Huh. Did you hear the Greybeards called Dovahkiin?
I was just outside Iverstead when it happened. It's an exciting moment. Nothing like this has happened in centuries.
Okay. See you later.
Until next time.
I'm telling you, I hear a dragon. Yep. Where is he? Sometimes they just circle around and nothing comes of it, but I've never seen a dragon up here though. Oh wait, let me go read the emblem. Emblem 4. Kine called on Parthenax, who pitied man. Together they taught men to use the voice. Then dragon war raged, dragon against tongue. Kine called on Parthenax.
Yes?
Let's remember that. I'm gonna save here because we got a little situation up here, and it calls for the best weapon in my arsenal. Where is it? Get in front of me, Lydia. These things are ferocious. Hey, you tank pretty good, Lydia. I have to give you a raise. If I actually paid you. Boris, sometimes you are a big dick. Emblem 5. Man prevailed, shouting Alduin out of the world, proving for all that their voice too was strong, although their sacrifices were manyfold. You don't actually have to read these emblems, but you will get a little buff at the end if you do. Well, it may not have looked like that bound bow did a tremendous amount of damage. Frost trolls are really tough, especially at this stage in the game. Emblem 6. With roaring tongues, the Sky Children conquer, founding the first empire with sword and voice, whilst the dragons withdrew from this world. Lydia, do you like impressions? I do some impressions. You want to hear one? You don't look interested. Okay, I give you my Schwarzenegger impression. Okay? You ready? Get to the chopper! You idiot! How was that? Okay, a little bit more then. First we're going to exercise. We're going to climb the mountain. It's good cardio. And then we're going to swing the big sword. And we're going to work on our delts and our lats, and it'll be fantastic. She's falling asleep. Hey, Lydia. Wow, I know my impressions suck, but I didn't know it was going to put my audience to sleep. This playthrough is hilarious. Emblem 8. Jurgen Windcaller chose silence and returned. The 17 disputants could not shout him down. Jurgen the Calm built his home on the throat of the world. I'm still cracking up about that. It looked like she's just fell asleep standing there. Emblem 9. For years all silent, the Greybeards spoke one name. Tiber Septim, stripling then, was summoned to Hrothgar. They blessed and named him Dovahkiin. Well. And one more. Emblem 10. The voice is worship. Follow the inner path. Speak only in true need. I didn't get the voice of the sky buff, so I missed one somewhere. Well, I don't think I got it. No, I missed one somewhere. Oh well. It's only 24-hour buff anyway. Okay, let's deposit Klimek supplies. And let's go see the Greybeards. You ready, Lydia? Try not to fall asleep this time.
So, a Dragonborn appears at this moment in the turning of the age.
You call me Dragonborn. What does that mean?
First, let us see if you truly are Dragonborn. Let us taste of your voice.
What do you mean?
Do not be afraid. Your shout will not harm us.
Okay.
Dragonborn, it is you. Welcome to High Hrothgar. I am Master Angir. I speak for the Greybeards. Now, tell me, Dragonborn, why have you come here?
I'm answering your summons.
We are honored to welcome a Dragonborn to High Hrothgar. We will do our best to teach you how to use your gift in fulfillment of your destiny.
What is my destiny?
That is for you to discover. We can show you the way, but not your destination.
I don't know if that's helpful. I want to find out what it means to be Dragonborn.
We are here to guide you in that pursuit, just as the Greybeards have sought to guide those of the dragon blood that came before you.
Oh, you mean I am not the only Dragonborn?
You are not the first. There have been many of the dragon blood since Akatosh first bestowed that gift upon mortal kind. Whether you are the only Dragonborn of this age, that is not ours to know. You are the only one that has been revealed thus far. That is all I can say.
Okay, so who exactly are you and what is this place?
We are the Greybeards, followers of the Way of the Voice. You stand in High Hrothgar, on the slopes of Kinnarith's sacred mountain. Here we commune with the voice of the sky and strive to achieve balance between our inner and outer selves.
I'm ready to learn.
You have shown that you are Dragonborn. You have the inborn gift. But do you have the discipline and temperament to follow the path laid out for you? That remains to be seen. Without training, you have already taken the first steps towards projecting your voice into a thum, a shout. Now let us see if you are willing and able to learn.
All right.
When you shout, you speak in the language of dragons. Thus, your dragon blood gives you an inborn ability to learn words of power.
I see.
All shouts are made up of 3 words of power. As you master each word, your shout will become progressively stronger. Master Einarth will now teach you Ro, the second word in Unrelenting Force. Ro means balance in the dragon tongue. Combine it with Fus, force, to focus your thumb more sharply. Ro.
What? Ooh.
You have a word become master. You truly do have the gift. But learning a word of power is only the first step. You must unlock its meaning through constant practice in order to use it in a shout. Well, that is how the rest of us learn shouts. As Dragonborn, you can absorb a slain dragon's life force and knowledge directly. As part of your initiation, Master Einarth will allow you to tap into his understanding of Ro.
Okay.
Now, let us see how quickly you can master your new form.
All right.
Use your unrelenting force shout to strike the targets as they appear.
What targets? Oh. How's that? Oh, good?
Well done. Again.
Can never get enough, huh? Well,
You learn quickly. Once more. Impressive. Your thumb is precise. You show great promise, Dragonborn.
What now?
We will perform your next trial in the courtyard. Follow Master Bori.
Okay.
We will now see how you learn a completely new shout. Master Bori will teach you Wold, which means whirlwind. Wold.
You have to show me how you do that,
You must
Tarek.
hear the word within yourself before you can project it into a thum.
That is very cool.
Approach Master Bori and he will gift you his knowledge of Wold.
Oh. That kind of tickles, man.
Now we will see how quickly you can master a new shout. Master Hrothgar will demonstrate whirlwind sprint. Then it will be your turn. Master Bori. X. Wold.
Whoa!
Now it's your turn. Stand next to me. Master Bori will open the gate. Use your whirlwind sprint to pass through before it closes.
About that.
Your quick mastery of a new thum is astonishing. I'd heard the stories of the abilities of Dragonborn, but to see it for myself.
I thought it was this easy for everyone.
No, indeed not. But beware that your skill does not outstrip your wisdom. You are now ready for your last trial.
More?
Retrieve the horn of Jürgen Windcaller, our founder, from his tomb in the ancient fane of Ustengrav. Remain true to the way of the voice, and you will return.
I saw this name on the etched on these stones. Who was this man?
He was a great war leader of the ancient Nords, a master of the voice, or tongue. After the disaster at Red Mountain, where the Nord army was annihilated, he spent many years pondering the meaning of that terrible defeat. He finally came to realize that the gods had punished the Nords for their arrogant and blasphemous misuse of the voice. He was the first to understand that the voice should be used solely for the glory and worship of the gods, not the glory of men. Jürgen Windcaller's mastery of the voice eventually overcame all opposition, and the way of the voice was born.
I see. What does it mean to be Dragonborn?
Dragons have the inborn ability to learn and project their voice. Dragons also are able to absorb the power of their slain brethren. A few mortals are born with similar abilities. Whether a gift or a curse has been a matter of debate down through the centuries. What you have already learned in a few days took even the most gifted of us years to achieve. Some believe that Dragonborn are sent into the world by the gods at times of great need. We will speak more of that later, when you are ready.
Why are shouts in the dragon language?
Dragons have always been able to shout. Language is intrinsic to their very being. There is no difference in the dragon tongue between debating and fighting. Shouting comes as naturally to a dragon as breathing or speaking. In mythic times, when mortal kind was in great need, the goddess Kinnereth granted us the ability to speak as dragons do. For most people, long years of training are required to learn even the simplest shout. But for you, the dragon speech is in your blood, and you learn it almost without effort.
Yes, Kinnerdith. I saw that etched on these stones. Something about Kinnerdith and Parthenax. There are only the four of you?
5. Our leader, Parthenax, lives alone on the peak of the throat of the world. When your voice can open the path, you will know you are ready to speak to him.
So, Parthenax was alive when Jorgen Windcaller was. That's interesting. What is the way of the voice?
The voice was a gift of the goddess Kinnereth at the dawn of time. She gave mortals the ability to speak as dragons do. Although this gift has often been misused, the only true use of the voice is for the worship and glory of the gods. True mastery of the voice can only be achieved when your inner spirit is in harmony with your outward actions. In the contemplation of the sky, Kinnereth's domain, and the practice of the voice, we strive to achieve this balance.
But I don't follow your philosophy. Why help me learn the voice?
The Dragonborn is an exception to all the rules. The dragon blood itself is a gift of the gods.
Okay.
If we accept one gift, how can we deny the other? As Dragonborn, you have received the ability to shout directly from Akatosh.
Akatosh.
We therefore seek to guide you on the proper use of your gift, which transcends the restrictions which bind other mortals.
Akatosh. You just said it was a gift from Kinnerdith. I think this is a Timus moment. Why are the dragons returning? Does it have something to do with me?
No doubt, the appearance of a Dragonborn at this time is not an accident. Your destiny is surely bound up with the return of the dragons. You should focus on honing your voice, and soon your path will be made clear.
Okay. Thank you. I will continue my training.
Good. Then you will be ready for whatever lies ahead.
Okay, that is all. I speak to you again soon.
Wind guide you.
Alright, let's check the time. 6 p.m. You hear that, Lydia? 1 minute he says it's from Kinnereth. Hey! Hey! Look at me! 1 minute he says it's a gift from Kinnereth, then he says from Akatosh.
You are not the first. There have been many of the dragon blood since Akatosh first bestowed that gift upon mortal kind. In mythic times, when mortal kind was in great need, the goddess Kinnereth granted us the ability to speak as dragons do. As Dragonborn, you have received the ability to shout directly from Akatosh. The voice was a gift of the goddess Kinnereth at the dawn of time. She gave mortals the ability to speak as dragons do.
I don't get it. Let's move on. We've got to return, make a return to Klimek. Oh yeah, there was something else. What I was talking about. William Strife's his Let's Play. He was doing something I hadn't done before with the character. He had hotkeyed health potions, and up until my last character, which I was on when I started watching his videos, I always used healing spells. I don't know why. I don't know if it was just it seemed better, or it just seemed more natural, or maybe I didn't think you could hotkey a potion. But I saw that and I was like, wow, that's intriguing. And I like it a lot better, because if you look at the animation, having to take out your hands, and if you're in the middle of a fight and you've got a weapon in your hands, you have to, it puts the weapon away. Then you have to go through the animation, and when you get some of the healing spells like close wounds, there's it's not instantaneous. So, you know, you're looking at 3 or 4 seconds while your weapon's been put away, just to cast that spell. With the healing potion, it's just instantaneous. You just hit it and boom, it's, you know, it's there. So it's a lot better. I was hoping we could make it down this mountain before it got dark, but I had to sit there and ask Angir all those questions. But I didn't have to. I mean, I've done it before, but I know there's some people watching that are unfamiliar with Skyrim, so for their benefit. In fact, I think they're the only people watching right now, but you know, somebody else will stumble across it at some point. Maybe they'll think it's interesting. There was something else I was wondering about. When we returned... Now I'm stuck. When we returned the Dragonstone to Farengar, then, you know, we had to go with Irilith and the guardsmen down there to the Western Watchtower. Why Irilith? She's a housecarl. I mean, there's a captain of the guard. Why isn't he taking his guardsmen down there? Yeah, I think his name's Caius or something. Remember the guy I yelled at and said, "What are you staring at? You're like, look here, blink once in a while." Why didn't the captain of the guard take guardsmen down there? I didn't know the guardsmen worked directly for the housecarl. That's kind of strange. I mean, not that it matters all that much, but I just thought that was really odd. Lydia, do you want to hear another impression? I got the good one this time, okay? This one is Christopher Walken. Are you ready? Okay, come on. You know, I came to Skyrim once. It was so cold. I don't think I'm ever gonna go back. There are dragons everywhere. Okay. That wasn't so good, was it? I never said my impressions were good. Well, if there's any veteran players watching and that might be wondering about some of the things that NPCs are saying, I've got a mod called Relationship Dialogue Overhaul, and that's what it does. It overhauls a lot of the dialogue of the NPCs you come in contact with. Like that one time you heard Lydia just for no reason go, "Bandits are cowards." That's not something she would normally say. But they put those together from sound bites of multiple characters because, you know, voice actors will do various characters. Like Neki Cragjumper at Darkwater Crossing, it's the same person that does the voice for Lydia. So they're able to take bits and pieces from other characters and make additional dialogue. And that's kind of cool because you hear things that you wouldn't ever normally hear. I don't remember exactly how many different lines were added, but it was a lot. Let me go ahead and save you. Alright. So yeah, that one's pretty good. There's a lot of interesting things that happen. No, wait a minute. What the heck is Klimek? Oh, I don't want that one right now. I need return to Klimek. Now how come I don't have who the hell are these guys?
You there.
What?
You're the one they call Dragonborn.
Yes, that's right.
Your lies fall on deaf ears, deceiver. The
But
true
that's your problem.
Dragonborn comes. You are but his shadow. When Lord Mirak appears, all shall bear witness. None shall stand to oppose him.
Uh-oh.
Dragonborn returns well soon.
Whoa. Dang, man. 331. 75% magic regen. That's better than what I have now. You alright, Lydia? Staff of the Familiar. I don't get that. 926 value and it summons a Familiar, which is a really weak summons. And now I'm over encumbered. I'm going to unload. This stuff isn't worth all that much there. Man. Okay, I've got that one up and nothing else. Well, how come I'm not getting I'm not getting a map marker where Klimek is. Well, that looks like him right there. Klimek!
Ah, good to see you again. How'd that delivery go?
Very well, no problems.
Quite a climb, wasn't it?
Yes.
Anyway, much appreciated. Here, take this for your troubles.
Oh, dang. Thank you. It's appreciated.
Be seeing you.
Okay. How about that, Lydia? 750 gold, and I was going that way anyhow. Hey. Hey, look at me. Well, we've got a... I really loaded down with gear, and there's nothing more to do right now here in Iverstead, so I don't know how long this video is going on, but just in case, we'll take a break and wrap this one up and come back in the next episode. I'm not sure what that one's going to be yet. Got some options. Could be Could be companions. Jarl of Falkreath wants to see us, and we can get our house started. Or we can head to Ripton, pursue that Book of Love quest.